A viewer from his stream had found his home address and called the police, reporting a violent threat.
Some parasocial weirdos doxed him. That's fucked up.
Felix found himself staring down the barrels of a few standard-issue LAPD Glocks.
That's fucking terrifying, dude.
After those first incidents, he made sure it never happened live again. No cameras, no chat reactions, nothing for the trolls to feed on.
I mean, that's smart. It just sucks, though, because then you're kind of isolating yourself in some capacity.
He left his apartment and moved in temporarily with the girl he had met just a few months ago.
Dude, did she groom him at a vulnerable time because he was getting trolled?
X has night terrors where he runs through the house screaming.
And so...
Damn, that's fucking much worse than mine. Jesus Christ.
At one point, after years of this cycle, things got so bad that he started writing a will. But one name wasn't there. Adept's.
Bro, it sounded like she wanted that fucking bag and that she wanted to hurt him.
I wasn't the best boyfriend at times, but I don't think anybody deserves to feel that level of betrayal ever.
This video was like oddly more poetic than I thought it was going to be. Alright guys, this video piqued my interest. It's called The Loneliest Millionaire on the Internet. I guess it's about XQC. I was very surprised. I don't understand. He seems like a chill guy. Whatever. Talks so fast though. But let's take a look at it, man. I'm curious. I'm a little hungover, so forgive my energy, you know?
I hate it when it happens when I'm on stream.
The first rule
Is that Epcot? Whoa.
of being an A-list streamer is brutal, but simple.
Yeah.
Once you turn the camera on, you never get to turn it off.
Oh, is that like a metaphor? I feel like you could turn it off.
To the world, he's XQC, one of the most watched, highest paid personalities on the planet.
XQC is
Hell
the
yeah.
biggest streamer on Twitch.
What? Is he still the biggest streamer, or has that changed?
The fame, the nine-figure deals, the constant roar of 40,000 live viewers. From the outside, it looks like the ultimate success story. But that is not the story you're about to see.
Oh man, we're gonna see an unsuccess story. I'm pretty sure he used to play, like, what he used to play, Overwatch. He was like a big Winston main. I don't know. I think that's the truth. And then he blew up, and then he kind of just like stayed relevant after he stopped playing. He just played other games and shit. He's pretty cool. He's pretty entertaining. I like how honest he is of anything. If anything else, he's an honest guy. So
This story is much darker.
plus, he's a nice shield for reactors because he does such a like shitty react content. People are like, "Oh man, that guy's not saying anything," and then like comparatively, I look great because I talk a lot, you know. So,
Because sometimes you get everything you ever wanted,
hell yeah,
just to
dude.
lose everything that ever mattered.
Oh shit, what did he lose?
That's nothing. You're not.
Never been the victim here.
Is this just going to be about how he had like a relationship when she tried to claim common law marriage or some dumb bullshit?
No, every story about a downfall starts somewhere. And for XQC, it started at the top.
What the hell does he mean downfall? I don't know. I'm sure he's not getting as many views as he used to, but it's one of those things where it's like you can't, like, I don't know. I feel like I reserve downfall for people who like suck. You know, not people who just like slowly like get a little less relevant, because that's the natural progression. Yeah, he's on stream right now getting like 12,000 concurrent viewers on Twitch. I feel, and he's probably also on, I feel like he's also on Kick. No, he's got 12,000 on there. What is Kick? How do I go to Kick? He's got about 4,000 on Kick at the same time. And then, you know, I just like, I feel like I wouldn't call it downfall, you know. I gotta fucking mute my phone, sorry. Play!
Felix Lengyel was a professional gamer turned full-time streamer. Online, he went by XQC, and by early 2018, he'd already built a massive following. Over
Yeah, I'd say Mizkif had more of a downfall.
200,000 people followed him on Twitch, and every night, thousands tuned in just to watch the madness unfold.
Nobody will take my virginity.
Whoa, I think he looks better with his haircut, you know?
XQC was the definition of an internet troll. He talked weird, said whatever popped into his head. And yeah, he wasn't exactly the cleanest guy around, but that's not really the point, because he could make quite literally anything entertaining. Back then, the magic was in his reactions. It really didn't matter what happened. Dying in game, getting stream sniped, some annoying TTS donation. He'd explode, lose his mind, and somehow make it hilarious.
That's the way it gotta be, baby. You gotta go fucking crazy to get people to like you, dude. Except for me, I don't have to do that, dude. I'm so liked outside of it. Guys, I'm warming up.
But over time, the chat started catching on. They realized that the more they pushed him, the better content got. So it kind of became this game. Who could piss him off the most? Who could get the biggest reaction? Every week, the stunts got worse, and what started as harmless trolling was slowly turning into something meaner. The line between the stream and real life was starting to blur. And in about 2 seconds, someone was about to take it too far.
Oh, shit.
I'm coming out. Coming out. Coming out.
Oh, shit. Did somebody, like, fucking find his house? That's fucked up.
Yes. What? Hands up, hands up.
For the first time
Yeah, he got doxxed. I forgot, or swatted. What do words mean, guys?
in his life, Felix found himself staring down the barrels of a few standard issue LAPD Glocks. A viewer from his stream had found his home address and called the police, reporting a violent threat. This is known as swatting. It's an internet prank that's gotten people killed before.
How long ago was this? I feel like it was a long time ago now.
And for Felix, this was the moment that changed everything.
He had 3 guns at me. What the?
He realized that being live meant being exposed, that anyone with a grudge or a twisted sense of humor could reach through the screen and make his real life collapse in seconds. So he started closing doors. No more personal details, no leaks, no risks. His addresses, his circle, and even what he said on stream, all of it got locked down. From that point forward, XQC was floating too. There was the version everyone knew, the chaotic, high-energy streamer who seemed to live entirely online.
I just want to play the game!
And then there was the other side, the one he kept completely off camera. That's where this story gets interesting, because what the internet thought they were watching wasn't real life. It was a reflection stitched together from a million half-truths.
I don't understand what that means. I feel like that was his real life. Okay,
What
maybe
was
I'm just
actually
too skeptical.
happening
I don't
behind
know.
the scenes is a whole different story. With Felix's address being leaked online, he realized he needed to move. He left his apartment and moved in temporarily with the
Oh, so is this going to be like all about how he like some parasocial fucking weirdos doxed him? And is there like a ton of offline information about how fucking sad he was?
girl he had met just a few months ago. Her name was Sammy, a fellow streamer in
Dude, did she groom him at a vulnerable time of him feeling like he was vulnerable because he was getting trolled? Holy fuck.
the Overwatch community, better known as Adept. With a new setup in a new apartment, Felix once again went
Wait, is Adept? No, I'm thinking of Alinity. I was like, oh, is Adept the one that like beat her, like threw her cat? Is that Alinity? They're all like the same person.
live.
It's, what time is it? 10? I think it's time to go again.
And from the outside, nothing looked wrong. If anything, it looked better than usual.
Is this working, boys, or what?
He was streaming more than ever, laughing more than ever, making more money than ever.
Does that look like a shark?
Every month, the numbers continued to climb. The chat was bigger, the clips were everywhere, and Twitch was basically becoming his playground. Eventually, Felix found a new place, something more permanent, and Adept moved in with him. Online, they insisted they were just roommates, but whenever they were on stream together, they didn't.
Well, I heard OTK didn't let him admit that he was dating that girl. You know, that's what I heard, guys. I couldn't say anything, guys. I wasn't allowed to say anything.
exactly look like just roommates.
Fix these right up. Oh my god, he really did.
It was kind of sweet. Two streamers building a life off of the same madness. They'd joke on stream, sometimes argue a little, but the infinitely parasocial chat would eat it up.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, even if they're just friends, they're adorable. Is that parasocial? I don't know.
It felt like a look into his real life. And maybe that's why
Give them 10 billion.
nobody thought twice when things seemed off. If he
Dude, I'm
changed
so good at
rooms,
this
it was
game.
just a new setup. If he ended the stream early, chat blamed the bad sleep schedule. Little things you only notice when you already know how the story ends. From 2020 to 2022, it was the golden run. XQC became Twitch's poster boy.
I mean, that makes sense. 2020 to 2022 is COVID, so people are like home and they're engaging more. So it makes sense that his golden run would be during COVID.
He was the single most watched streamer for 3 years in a row. He'd go live for 10 hours a day, grinding some random game or react.
That's crazy. That I feel like we need to talk more about how unhealthy it is to fucking go live for 10 fucking hours a day. How people need to like get off and like do other stuff and like exist in the real world. I don't know, dude. Especially for younger streamers who think like that's what they have to do to be popular, is that they have to stream for 10 fucking hours every day. It's insane.
Reacting to whatever was trending, then go to sleep, wake up, and do it again the next day. On the surface, XQC was living the perfect life. He had the fame, the dream car, the $1 million mansion, and the cherry on top of it all, Felix and
A thick BBW girlfriend? What the fuck? Oh, fuck my mom.
Sammy finally
do that,
told their
please.
fans what everyone already knew. They were dating. Everyone watching thought, damn, XQC's living the dream. And for a while, maybe he was. But in reality, everything was falling apart. To understand why everything went wrong, we need to rewind, all the way back to 2018.
Fucked.
After moving in with Adept, the swattings didn't just magically go away. Somehow, within weeks, his address kept getting leaked online, and once it was out there, it was only a matter of time before the police showed up at his door.
Dude, actually get me the f out of here, man. I'm so f***ing knowing all of it, man. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll get the f out of here, dude. I'm out to man. I don't want to live anymore. It's retarded.
Felix learned fast. After those first incidents, he made sure it never happened live again. No cameras, no chat reactions, nothing for the trolls to feed on.
Oh, I mean, that's smart. That makes sense to do that instead of give give people a reaction if they're looking to fucking troll him by sending people, like by swatting him or whatever. It obviously makes sense not to say anything. You know, it just sucks though, because then you're kind of isolating yourself in some capacity. But sometimes you got to do it, baby, and you got to get really. I mean, it's probably better anyway. You really just have to like develop like an offline support system. You know, obviously I have my wife, and then I would imagine at that point he had whatever the not cat throwing girl's name that starts with an A.
We'll be on the move for a little bit, but it'll be fine. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. It's whatever.
But every time he thought he'd found a safe spot, something would slip. One day he'd be streaming from one place, and the next somewhere completely different.
I'll find a way to get my stuff somewhere I can keep it safe. I'll find a way.
Sometimes he'd crash at a friend's house, or head back to Montreal to stay with his parents until he could find a new place.
And that's a hell of a friend, especially if he's like getting swatted. I feel like those friends would probably feel a little bit vulnerable themselves at that point.
None of it really felt safe.
Almost every day, the police came to our house with a full squad. I was genuinely scared that I was going to die.
Now, anyone near him, Sammy, friends, family, were in danger solely because he was there with them.
Just me being around people, like, endangers them. It's just kind of, like, unfair for others.
And the worst part, there wasn't really anything he could do about it. The more famous he got, the bigger the audience became, and the more dangerous that 1% of it became too.
I don't know what the is wrong with you guys. I don't know what the is wrong with you absolute degenerates.
Moving became routine. Every so often came a new house with a new setup, and each time it looked the same. A plain, empty bedroom.
I just thought, if I purchase a home, and I'm the only person on the title, it's my home, I thought, what could possibly go wrong? And sometimes I realize, like, it just doesn't matter, dude. I can't have shit.
Whether he had an actual setup or not, he'd start streaming regardless. He simply wasn't going to let that 1% of viewers ruin it for the other 99. Over time,
it probably wasn't even 1%. It was probably like almost nobody. I wonder if it was an actual fan, or if it was just somebody that was trying to or if it was just somebody that was trying to like fucking troll him because they hated him. You guys think it was Mizkif, dude? You think Mizkif got jealous that XQC was more popular than him? I don't know. I've never seen that behavior in him before. That's probably not true. I'm just being stupid.
He would slowly but surely fill the space. Sometimes it was posters on the wall, or adding a bed, cool lights, or maybe some plants to the stream room. But it seemed like the minute it actually started to feel like a home, like someone actually lived there, the cycle restarted.
Okay, well, I guess we'll move again, and we'll start it again, and hopefully, and it's probably gonna blow up again.
After a while, you could see it wearing on him. The sleep deprivation.
It feels like almost after instantaneously, but yeah, I feel you.
The junk food, the constant anxiety. It all started to pile up. Somewhere in that
Is this the guy that thought water was yucky? What the fuck?
blur of streams and relocations, the pressure began to break through.
XQC is, if you watch his content, renowned for being really, really bad at sleeping.
X has night terrors where he runs through the house screaming.
Well, I was going to say it's probably the junk food, but like obviously it's going to be whatever PTSD he probably developed. But it's like junk food doesn't help, you know? Like, you know how your wife or your girlfriend is probably really stressed all the time? And then what she does is drink Diet Coke all day and drink coffee and goes, why am I having anxiety? And never drinks any water. It's true, dude. It's fucking true. You know, you can't be eating like a little, you gotta get your diet on point, dude. You know, I know I'm fat, so it's like, oh, why am I listening to a diet advice from this fat fuck? But I do be right, dude.
Felix started having night terrors, real physical ones.
This morning, I was bloody. Yeah, I did have a fight, actually. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. When he wakes up to that, do you freak out, Adept?
Bro, let me tell you something, man. When I'll have night terrors sometimes too. It's pretty fucked up. So like I'll go like this in my sleep. I'll go, sometimes I'll say to my wife, I'll say, help me. And because I'm trying to wake up, but I know I can't wake myself up. So my wife has to like, she has to like push me on. He's really fucked up. She has to like push onto me, and she has to wake me up, just physically, like move me. I feel kind of bad for her. My wife, I don't think has the same things, but she snores. So I have to be like, baby, come cuddle me. Because I'm just trying to get her off her back. Because she's so fucking loud. I love her. Yeah. So isn't that fucking horrifying though? Imagine your partner was like sitting there sleeping, saying, help me. That's probably fucking scary as shit.
It doesn't scare you?
He'd wake up gasping, disoriented, sprinting across the room trying to escape something that wasn't there.
And so, oh my god.
Damn, that's fucking much worse than mine. I guess at least he's waking up, but Jesus Christ.
Wake up with no air, and I just run. Dude, there's like holes in the walls because of it. Dude, look, there's one above the bed. Look at that. Literally ran straight into the wall.
Whether he was with Adept or staying with friends, they would have to pull him out of it before he hurt himself. But sometimes he didn't wake up fast enough.
I woke up and I hurt myself in panic, that's all. So I don't really know what happened.
That's fucked
But
up.
it should be
dude.
fine for now, though.
And even then, the very next day he was still alive. Because for Felix, stopping meant thinking. And thinking was worse.
In a way, when I go live, I have my own little sun or my little spotlight above my head, right? Recently, it's been like, spotlight goes off, and it's just darkness.
Interesting. Now it makes sense at the beginning. So I guess staying live makes him feel safe in some capacity. Interesting. That's fucking terrifying, dude. Usually when I get off, I have to shit. That's it.
At one point, after years of this cycle, things got so bad that he started writing a will. He
Damn.
genuinely wasn't sure how much longer he'd last if things kept going the same way.
I had a bunch of bad thoughts. Things kept happening that were really bad.
I wonder if he wrote Alinity into the will and that made her feel entitled to like his fortune after they broke up. You know, that's kind of fucked up.
Bad and scary. I felt like I wasn't gonna live very long.
Damn.
When he began going through what
That's
he had
terrifying.
and figuring out where it should all go,
This
it
guy's
naturally
convinced me.
fell to his family. But one name wasn't there, Adept's. And when she found out, everything blew to Kingdom Come. This was the start of something that would turn into one of the most bizarre and public breakups the internet had ever seen.
After that, things just kind of like started like blowing the fuck up, you know?
When Adept found out she wasn't included in Felix's will, the
Oh shit. Okay, it was the reverse. Damn, what the fuck?
tension between them began to boil over.
Okay, well I can I don't know if I can kind of get it. It's a tough one, you know, because I feel like on the one hand they're sharing a very like intimate moment. You know, getting that terrified is a very intimate moment, and like showing somebody that, whether you want it to be intimate or not, it just is what it is at a certain point. So that's probably why she feels like betrayed. How long were they together when she felt like entitled to be part of his will? You know, I mean, either way, it's kind of fucking ridiculous to feel entitled to that. But
Why are you raising your
No,
tone?
because
You're raising your tone.
Really annoying.
You're raising your
because
tone.
you're like, I'm tired of hiding behind this that you do every time.
Okay, can you understand that I always do this?
Oh, shit.
And it's not
Oh
target.
God, here we go.
What started as a couple's argument slowly grew into something much bigger, one that pulled in Felix's family and refused to fade.
Simi, you called
did
my
not.
family psycho, crazy,
You did
conniving
that
ass
too.
crack. I
Went
blamed
against
myself.
power.
wait, she called his family that? What?
To something much bigger, one that pulled in Felix's family and refused to fade.
Simi,
Well, I mean, I don't really know how long they've been together at this point. You know what I mean? And I guess they're younger though. It depends. Like different couples go through different like things. The older you are, usually the faster you like fall in love. But I'm so confused.
you
I
called
did
my
not.
family psycho, crazy,
You did
conniving
that
ass
too.
crack. I blame.
So is he saying that she called his family psycho ass cracks or whatever, or they were on and off for 3 years? Oh, okay. I feel like that would have been. I feel like I need more context on their relationship to like develop an understanding. Or did she call them and say that? I don't really understand. This is hard to understand.
Blamed myself.
Our
You
agreements.
talked to me
You
for 3
went
hours,
against our
blaming
private
everybody else.
conversations. I do this with you anymore. You are not a victim
Okay,
here. You have
you're
never
not-
been
you're-
a victim
okay,
here.
okay.
I'm the
That's fucking crazy, and that's definitely insensitive. I'm sure like XQC is probably hard to date because of what's going on in his like streamer world, you know. So I can be empathetic to that, but I mean, the primary victim is obviously me. No, obviously XQC. That's a preposterous. Are you fucking kidding me? Damn it. That's like a preposterous thing to say. So
done speaking
Okay,
with you.
I'm done
You
as
are
well.
not a victim.
It's
Stop
okay.
victimizing
Okay.
yourself.
I'm sorry. This got too heavy. I'm sorry. Bye.
Over the next few months, things only got worse. Arguments kept resurfacing, and every attempt to fix things seemed to just make it worse.
You're so cringe.
Sorry. See? Classic. Just like before the stream, you said an argument.
it's interesting because like for me, the thing that keeps me and my wife together is that we've had experiences together that we can never replicate with other people. You know, because we're very much in love and we went through our own struggle together. But it's like whatever XQC and Adept or whatever, Alinity? No, it's Adept. Whatever XQC and Adept went through, it seems to be the same thing but in the opposite direction. Like whatever experience they went through together is why they could never be together. And I mean, I feel like part of that is because he was getting constantly swatted and had so much stress associated with his job of like streaming, you know?
Your remark and you leave it and then you're like, I got him, dude. It's not how it works though.
Eventually, Felix felt like he was cornered, like he had to choose just one, family or Adept.
I was cornered into choosing between family and Sammy. And unfortunately what happened is that I kind of just chose family.
and that decisions
I hear that, man. I mean, what's the reason though? What's the like? I genuinely am curious. Like, what is the reason that she wanted him to cut off his family? You know, was there a good reason? Were they like actual like horrible people, or what's
set off everything that came next.
Why are no other streamers talking about XQC divorce? Like,
Why, I don't know. Why would they?
how major
Feels like a little personal. Why does this guy look familiar?
it is. This ain't like some little thing.
Well, they were never dating, or they were never like married. So it's not really a divorce, is it? Oh shit.
Like, this is major. This is having an impact on him psychologically.
After a
Maybe that's why they're not talking about it. Oh fuck, they're trying to be respectful. Maybe, I don't know.
of public arguments and tense on-stream moments, Adept took things a step further.
That was making streams talking about how this all blew up because there was some issue between her brother, his brother, and the brother's girlfriend. Some huge argument where he has to make a choice between them. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of unreasonable, but I guess I don't really know.
Further, she filed a claim saying this wasn't just a breakup. According to her, she and Felix were married under common law.
According to her, she wanted lots of money. Papa Gut really thinks that any black guy he sees looks familiar. That's fucked up, dude. I never said that. Stop.
Which meant she was entitled to half of everything he owned. Within weeks, the dispute moved from live streams to courtrooms. In Texas, official filings started rolling in, and the court stepped in to stabilize the situation.
For 3 years? That's fucking crazy. I feel like common law, how do you even really get a common law marriage? I mean, I feel like maybe if you guys were together for like 10 years or something and you have like kids together or some bullshit, that would make sense to me. But how the fuck? Like, that's ridiculous.
And while it played out, Adept was granted exclusive use of Felix's BMW and Tesla. Felix, on the
Both? What the fuck? She need 2 cars for, dude? What the hell?
other hand, was suddenly restricted. No more luxury spending, no gambling, nothing beyond the essentials.
Maybe that was almost good for him. I mean, gambling is not good for you.
They were barred from entering each other's homes, and more importantly, forbidden from talking about any of it online.
Did he have to like pay for her home too?
Essentially,
I can't believe this is
a
crazy.
gag order. Once again, Felix was split in two. The version everyone thought they knew, and the one left behind when the camera turned off. But this time, the internet filled the void. Today, those court records are sealed, but back then, they were open to anyone who knew where to look. A few creators dug them up before they vanished behind closed doors, and with each new filing, the internet got another glimpse into the story Felix couldn't tell himself.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
What's going on?
This is Stephen Asarch, a journalist who's written for outlets like Business Insider and Rolling Stone, but more importantly, he was one of the first people to break this whole story.
The common law
Seems like such a weird story to break. Like, I don't know. It's like a fucking weird divorce thing. It seems like kind of too personal to be talking about, but all right.
marriage itself always seemed really odd to me.
I feel like it makes sense in some situations, and I'd actually be a supporter of it. I had a buddy who, this is gonna sound so weird. Dude, are you fucking with me? I had a buddy who, you know, his mom didn't have a lot of money, but she dated a guy and he was like rich. And so he was able to take advantage of like student loan shit because they weren't married, even though they were together for like 30 fucking years, right? So it's like, all right. And he helped pay for it, whatever the remainder was. So it's like, oh, you know, maybe, maybe there might be something there. You know what I mean? There might be something there. But yeah, again, a 3-year fucking relationship without kids. I mean, it doesn't even make sense to me. If you were ever going to consider common law marriage, it wouldn't be with a fucking like together for fucking 3 years. And most likely, frankly, that's probably because he was like a fucking meal ticket. Let's be real. You know, made a lot of money. What else would she? She's probably just trying to keep that up forever. He had notable fame and success at that point too. Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's not even like she helped him build a career. Yeah, I know. I absolutely I understand that. Like if that could be a conversation too. You know, betting with somebody that helps you build a career up. You know, like my wife is like every bit as much as Papa Gut as I am. So, but yeah. It just seems like they were together. There was nothing particularly significant about it.
Her only evidence behind the common law marriage was in 2020, they went to Canada and they told the TSA that they were married because that was the only way they were going to get in because of COVID protocols.
Okay, that's smart. I'm actually raging right now.
A common law marriage basically means you're married without the ceremony or license. There's just 3 requirements. You have to live together, tell people you're married, and both agree that you are. But miss one of...
Is that it? What the fuck? Oh, that's what she's playing on? There's no way that she's doing that. Like, actually thinks that she's going to get it, right? I feel like she has to be doing this out of some kind of spite because she's, like, angry.
those, and it doesn't count.
Felix has never publicly made any sort of statement that the common law marriage was, in fact, real.
I'm not not married!
I don't want to like bash Adept. I don't want to just like say she was grasping at straws.
It is hard to discuss.
Bro, it sounds like she wanted that fucking bag. She wanted to hurt him. Which, I mean, I can understand, like, a fundamental level, like, wanting your ex to, like, you know, not feel good after you break up, especially if it's a little toxic. I get that, but that doesn't mean that you're allowed to, like, actually do it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just, like, you're trying to move on, dude.
This story without thinking ill of Adept, because if you just look at the court filings, it does seem fairly malicious.
Her whole document was
Whoa, are you telling me what? Malicious? No way it was malicious. Dude, this is fucking annoying.
all about, I need spousal support. Make them pay.
But, you know, taking her opinion into account, it was clear that she felt that she kind of built this guy up.
What? Built this guy up? That's crazy.
And kind of helped him reach the level that he reached.
Speaking of crazy deals, XQC, one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, just took a 2-year deal, $100 million with Kick.
Wow.
That's crazy. I feel like all those deals are dead now, right? Like YouTube doesn't do that anymore. Twitch doesn't do that anymore. Does Kick still do exclusivity deals? So it's like, hey, come to us. And are they even in the fucking green, dude? Because I feel like, isn't it all off of gambling? Like all the money that they make is off of like, isn't whatever gambling service it is. It's just fucking crazy that those days are gone.
Everyone, when it came to XQC, was focused on the Kick deal.
What is going on?
$100 million.
This is a non-exclusive contract for 2 years.
That's fucking crazy.
Meaning XQC gets to have his cake, eat it too, and the baker.
Oh, do you guys know what have your cake and eat it too means? Like, it's always so confusing to me. It's like, of course, I'm going to have my cake and I want to eat it. No, but it means, like, you can't eat your cake and still have the cake. It's just so weird. Very strange. I don't really understand where that comes from, but old people are weird.
It was and still is the biggest streaming deal social media has ever seen. Yet, somehow, it came right when XQC seemed to be at his lowest.
Dude, Adept must have gave it to him, bro.
I understand that XQC can kind of feel slighted by all of this. Right. You know, I was watching the Impulsive clip earlier, and clearly, you know, this still kind of bothers him.
Felix, I gotta ask you this. Are you going to give all of your money to your ex-girlfriend?
Oh, man.
Adept, the person who had been in his life for years, was now the person tearing it apart.
The deeper you are invested with somebody, the deeper that you trust them, the harder betrayal will feel when it happens.
What started as a conversation about his will, about money, and
it's crazy how she just kind of disappeared. Like, does she even make content anymore? Or is she just gone? What the fuck?
What would happen if something went wrong spiraled into something much bigger. And somewhere along the way, Felix lost someone that felt like home.
I wasn't the best boyfriend at times, but I don't think
I'm sure that's true. I feel like that's normal for like everybody, you know?
Anybody deserves to feel that level of betrayal ever.
I hear that. I wasn't the best like boyfriend to my exes either. You know, I'd say like I was shitty in some ways, and they were obviously shitty in others. I mean, shit tracks shit. I feel like, but nothing that was like a horrible person. More of like, oh, I don't like that guy. You know what I mean? When's the last time she even streamed? Like, what a weird. It's so interesting to me because like she tried so hard to go after this guy. It was like an all or nothing thing. I wonder. Oh, dude, I guess this was during like the Me Too like era. So I wonder if she felt like really, she was really feeling herself because she was like, oh, like, people will believe me. I can go after this guy. I wonder if part of it was that she almost gaslit herself or almost got gaslit by the social narrative to be like, oh my God, I must be a victim because I'm a girl. Like, obviously, the Me Too movement was like important, but I feel like some people might have misinterpreted the message and feel like they're a victim even if they're not a victim, you know? So I wonder if part of it was that.
The fallout rolled straight into his family. Words were said, lines were crossed, and even months later, things still hadn't really healed. So he did what he always does when everything falls apart. He streamed, because chat was the only thing that still felt familiar.
At the end of the day, all I want to do is go back to this. I don't want to spend time enjoying the thing that this comes with, right? The status, or whatever. All that shit is like, it's just noise. It actually is. It's noise.
Sometimes he'd go live and talk in circles, half-coded rants about things that he couldn't say. You could tell he wanted to open up, he just couldn't. And the longer that went on, the lonelier it looked.
Money just changes people, man. And people say it's changed me. You wanna know why?
Yeah, that makes sense, man. I'll tell you one thing. I'm looking for that money to... What? I'm looking for that money to change me, boy.
There's something about me. Everybody around me, just that's all they cared about is just money shit. When everybody around me starts caring about it like so much, right?
then it annoys me.
I wonder if it's just Adept, or maybe his family's a little bit shitty about all of his money too. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky that my family is dead. No, I'm just kidding. They're not. I don't know why I said that. I'm very lucky that my family doesn't harass me about money. You know, like nobody has like harassed me at all about like what I do. I have some family that's like, oh, that's cool, and then most of them just don't get it. Like one person yesterday, I was at my wife's like Halloween party, and she's like, oh, you're like a TikTok guy, right? I was like, oh yeah, sure. She's like, oh, what do you think about this potato trend? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like it's interesting that they think that because I do TikTok as part of my work, that means that I understand like every fucking trend on TikTok. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I just post clips on there, bro. What the fuck, you know? It's silly.
And there's me right here. Everybody's next to me, and then everybody's looking past me to whatever I have. And it's like, okay, well, how do I get the focus back on me? I'll just burn it then. Like, that's kind of like logical conclusion almost. Sometimes it feels like I'd have none of the problems I have now if it wasn't for that. Over time, the streams got shorter and less consistent, but the outbursts and the drama grew. It was like watching someone set fire to the parts of their life that still worked. I didn't change for the longest time, and it felt like it's all people wanted. So yeah, I bought really dumb shit. I wasted money on the stupidest thing I could ever find. I would better see that money go up in flames on useless than being giving it to people that's all they care about. After months of filings.
That's fair, dude. I want to make enough money to take my my family on like a Disney trip, you know, especially my Aunt Kathy. It's like she's my godmother. It's like a second mother to me. When my when my fucking scumbag father left my mother pregnant, she was like the only one she was like very heavily there for her, you know what I mean? So I want to return that motherfucker.
It's restrictions and silence. It finally ended. The court dismissed the case. The claims were dropped. No more orders. No more waiting. For the first time in nearly a year, Felix could finally speak again.
The real confidence for crashing out on him in the breakup. But I don't know why they don't show more of her. Maybe they want to respect Alinity's privacy, you know?
They just gave me the news that I was no longer in any significant legal battle, and it's all over. After months and months sitting in the dark, I actually had something or somebody tell me and validate that my brain was rooted in reality.
In the end, Felix never really escaped the chaos. He just stopped letting it define him. The cameras are still...
That's so beautiful. I like that. This video was like oddly more poetic than I thought it was going to be. I'm also in a grumpy mood, so...
Still there. The chat still moves a mile a minute, but he's not hiding behind it anymore. When he goes live, it's not to...
Just interesting that he chose to say that it was like his downfall. It's very strange, you know, that's like the only choice of word that I'm like, what is that?
Fill the silence. It's because he...
What about Universal Studios, dude? I like that shit. Are you kidding me? It's one of my favorite rides is Runaway Railroad, dude. It's fucking good. It's just fucking fire.
Actually wants to be there. The line between XQC and Felix will probably always exist. But for the first time, it doesn't feel like a mask. It feels more of like a balance. He can log off, disappear for a while, and the world keeps spinning. The stream doesn't have to be his whole life anymore. And maybe that's the real win. Not the contracts, not the numbers, not the record-breaking deals, but finally being okay with just being himself.
Wow. That was so beautiful. All right, well, that was a good video, man. Better than I thought it was going to be. So, interesting stuff.